Growing up, before I had children, I believe I was probably agnostic. I thought there was some higher power, but I didn't know what. I thought probably, yeah, Christians they're just confused and they're probably unintelligent. And I saw glimpses of God, but hypocritical people would step in and just totally ruin it for me. And then once I had children, my husband and I thought we were doing the right thing by starting to go to church. We went every Sunday, we started tithing, and we just started, doing the things that I thought Christian people were supposed to do. When our children got a little older, they made some friends whose parents were starting a church in Helotes. So we took our kids to Mission Church. We started going, and we were at a point in our life where we were really going out a lot. My husband would drag me in there, literally drag me in there, and I would be very hungover from the night before, trying not to get sick, and listening to Ryan, just trying to digest everything that he was saying. And my children actually jumped in the water, baptized, fully clothed, and I think that day maybe it even caught us a little off guard, and I wanted to be there with them. But baptism means to me that you surrender to Jesus, that you've given him everything, you've given him your life, you have a relationship with him, you're following him, and it is an outward public showing of that. But I didn't fully understand what that meant yet, but I knew that I wasn't ready for it. My experience where I started a relationship with Jesus was, it was over a period of time. I'm an investigator, so I took it upon myself to just really, start researching stuff and get into the Word. And I think God used that the way that I'm wired to turn on some lights. And then I've just come to the realization that God, we're humans, we're not God, and he's not gonna reveal everything to us. And there was a point where I had a hard time with that. But I realized, humble yourself, you're a human, you're not God, you're not going to be, not everything is going to be revealed to me. That is where faith comes in. And I started absorbing a lot of that truth. I just one day completely surrendered and said, this is it, this is all true. And even if I don't understand it, it's not going to keep me from believing. And once I reached that point, a lot of things changed for me. They had an upcoming baptism on Easter, which I thought was so cool, and it was, this April will be 4 years, and my husband and I were baptized together on Easter at Mission. Ever since then, I've just been completely on fire. I would never consult with God before. There was no reason to. I did everything on my own. My husband and I were super motivated, young, very successful. We didn't need him. We were doing awesome on our own. We were good. We were happy. We didn't need anything. But there was always that thing in our heart, that we felt wasn't complete. And he did use a period of time where my husband lost his job. And he went from being on the top of his game, #1 in the country, to not having a job. And we had 2 little kids, a lot of weight on our shoulders, and God used that time to break us down. So we went so quickly from here to here, and we had, the only thing that we had left was our family, each other, and God. So material things, if you got to learn the hard way like we did, it's not everything. I think that Pastor Ryan probably laid it all out to me and just said, it is about a relationship with Jesus. And I think that propelled me to find out, well, how? And it's seeking and through his word and asking the Holy Spirit to guide me. And I asked God to show me. And so we began to call on him and have a relationship with him at that time, and learned it's not about money, it's not about us, it's not about how much we can do. But after that time, God convicted us to work very hard, and everything that we are built to do and wired to do it for him and use it for his purposes. And so that's how our life changed. We began to open our home up to the church. My husband leads Bible studies at work, at a bank. And we just began sharing Jesus and letting our light shine, for sure, where before there was no light. You're not alone. We have a Father that made us, and all that seeking and running on the little hamster wheel and trying to figure it all out, it's all found with God. My name is Amber, and this is the story of my life with Jesus.